Will market correct today? What will happen with all the geopolitical tensions which is going on around the globe, and especially in Middle East, with a lot of equations changing thick and fast? What will happen to the stocks? What will happen to my index? What will happen to the mid cap stocks? And what is the overall outlook? All that I'll be covering up in this video on 16th of October 2023. Along with that, I will be sharing with you one sector which you should keep an eye on, which can create a mega wealth for long term. I am associated with that sector for many, many years, and I have a full stronghold on it. That's why I've done my own research, and I'm going to share that with you. If you are new to my channel, do subscribe to my channel. My name is Shivendra, and I'm founder of Peaceful Weekend Investing Hub. The main objective or core purpose of this channel is to share all the knowledge and learnings and experience to make you a peaceful weekend investor with an objective of knowing what you're doing and also being a fund manager of your own. That's the whole purpose of this particular channel. And do share with your friends and family so that more and more people can become a peaceful weekend investor while they're busy doing their day job. So let's get started with this whole thing, and let's first do the analysis of our Bitcoin and see what's happening with that. And then we will go through some of the indexes and some of the main sectors. Let's do that quickly. So Nifty, let's do the Bitcoin. What's going on? So Bitcoin is again languishing in the same level. So the weekly chart as I'm recording this. So this is again within our levels which are marked. So nothing fancy, but at this point it's slightly more bearish or sideways. Nifty, let's look at what's going on with Nifty. Nifty is again, as you can see, the key levels which I've already marked here, and it is just simply going around in that range, and I think it is more towards downward trend or sideways. And the key levels I've marked already for you. This is a daily chart on Nifty. Let's look at the bank Nifty or Nifty Bs. No, bank. This is future, I think. Yeah, this is a future, but that's fine. I can bank Nifty. Yes, let's look at it. It should be same, by the way. But again, Nifty is looking a little bit on downward or sideways trend again. As long as it's in this range, um, and key levels to mark here is this. And what's going on with the geopolitical, I don't know what will happen, but I think being in the Middle East for several years, I've worked there in Jordan, I've been in Syria, I've been in Libya, I've been in UAE, Oman, and I've spent many, many years. I can tell you one thing. First of all, people are amazing. It's unfortunate what's happening with all this geopolitical equation, which I'm not expert at it, but people are big sufferers, and my heart goes out for all of them. I hope those few people who are creating all this structure can, come to the terms and we can live peacefully. Yeah. And but overall, we have to be nimble, swift in our decisions. We can't just be complacent, because as an investor, we have to have a capitalist mindset, and we want to make sure that we are putting our money to work peacefully and earn out of that. And if moment I see there's some kind of in trouble, I would be out of it, and I'll only take positions in when things are stabilizing. Again, keep in mind when I say this, I'm saying from portfolio, because there are two parts of portfolio. One is a lab portfolio, peaceful weekend investing lab portfolio, which is more we do a sectoral trend, we find some future winners, we do kind of trend following approach. And then we got the long term portfolio, which are like long term winners. We just keep adding and using this volatility. So whenever I say something and do this weekly analysis, all for lab portfolio focus, but at the same time, how can I use this advantage position whenever there's volatility to add on to my long term portfolios, right? That's the kind of an flywheel cycle which we do as part of the weekly analysis. If you're not joined with my Telegram channel, do sign up or join up. It's a free Telegram channel. I keep sharing a lot of nuggets there as well. I will leave the link below in the description. So let's look at India VIX. What's going on? VIX is basic volatility based on option pricing. I think this is completely down at the moment, so there's no volatility or there's no such fear. If it goes opposite, that means there's a fear in there. So when it is down, it is good. When it is up, like what happened, especially in the COVID time, then it is crazy. Then you'll see a lot of volatility here. Like for example, during this COVID period when it went to up to 86, that time you would have seen crash coming in because people were literally um, in fear, right? So till then, it is down. It's all looking good, so there's no problem here. Let's look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq, it is look at the key levels I've marked already, so it is looking okay at this point as forming a nice base and things. So let's see whether it can recover. But after big rally, if it's relaxing or going sideways, that's okay because it's forming a flag kind of formation. SPY, look again, it is the key levels as you can see here in front of it. So I don't have to repeat that. You can go through. These are the key levels which I'm tracking on SPY. USD INR, which is if you're looking for India market, this is important to track because that will tell you if whenever it's inverse relationship, whenever the USD is getting stronger, that means there is a bit of volatility in stock market. And this time it is just on the top edge of it, 83 something. Let's see, it can come down or it'll be, having a it goes up to 85 or whatever level. So that's something which I'll look at it on regular basis. So now with this, let's look at our regular indexes, which is something which we track every time, not the watch list. We'll go through because this is what I kind of keep track of this. So let's look at first thing first. Let's look at ID. And IT, I'm being a technology professional, I'm very much bullish on it. That could be biased, but again, IT is a trend for long term because being it's a structural thing, you can think about anything around what's happening requires an information technology, and especially with the AI theme, a lot of productivity will increase. A lot of companies which are new age companies will come up, and I'm not talking about traditional companies. They are not very, they're like a giant or elephant. Like especially I'm talking about an India listed one, Infosys, Wipro, HCL. They're all kind of top tier ones. I'm focusing on mid caps and small caps which are having some kind of growth momentum because of the AI theme, and that's where the mega wealth can be created. And I'm studying that, and I've shared few of them names regularly, but no recommendation to buy and sell. But what exactly they're doing, no matter which product we're talking about, every product will you see something about AI coming in, but doesn't mean all. There's much more to it. And whether you're taking in the healthcare sector, you're looking at the banking sector, you're looking at mining industry, everywhere you have the IT element playing out. And like recently, there has been big deal between companies and sports organizations, and their IT plays a big role as well in terms of data analytics and all. So yeah, so IT is a big theme. As we said, this is a box which is there and it's just sitting right on top of the box. So I think nothing to worry as such. If it comes back in the box and stays, you just have to look at strong sectors, strong companies, pardon me, and keep adding on to it. Media was another little bit theme which you can look at it because it's kind of in the box, but then there are not too many companies. You have to be very careful, but there's something is there. Let's look at another one, pharma, which I have shared with you earlier as well. And I'm a clear disclaimer, I've been buying on the ETFs for pharma bees, and adding on to it. So look at this. It is in the nice base formation, and after this I have the target areas which I marked for myself, not for you. So just keep that in mind. PSC, again, that has been a one sector of all. I would say that I kind of didn't carry on to making big wealth creators in this sector personally, but it's it is something which is repeatable, right? From this base it's gone up, I think it's forming a nice base, and then we can look into it. But I would I don't like to get into the stocks which have extended. I preferred when buy them in peaceful time of when nobody's focusing on it, and it's keep repeating, right? So it is not like something which you miss the bus. There are so many things which keep coming up. So I'm not into FOMO, fear of missing out. I'm into JOMO, joy of missing out. I'm okay with that. So remember, if you understand this, type JOMO, joy of missing out. I am JOMO, joy of missing out. So type in there because that's important. Moment you get out of the FOMO, then you are JOMO, joy of missing out. Sorry, I'm emphasizing it, but it's important to keep telling yourself, otherwise you'll be getting hurt with the with the all the stocks flying and you saying I'm missing out, and you get into it and stocks comes keeps coming down and you lose a lot of capital, and I'm okay with that. So that's what our focus is. So right now my focus will be also in metals, which I've already shared with you. Look at it, it's forming a nice base formation box, which is peacefully you can find stocks which are leaders. And if India has to grow, infrastructure really has to, a lot of capex will come in. Again, don't forget about it. There's a lot of local events which will happen, elections will come. So there, most of the investments don't come in this period because there's a political uncertainty. But again, there's that's something we have to factor in, weigh in there. So be very careful on that because there'll be a lot of volatility around it. So the time here is not to venture out, and we have to be very very specific in our approaches and don't just jump into any stocks if it's flying. I'm happy. Small cap index is, look at this. This is if I have to delete the drawing so that we can see it peacefully. This one you can see here, it from the big, and this is a weekly chart, and then it's forming a kind of, so it was extended, now it's going sideways. But from last week again there was some bit of an momentum picked up in small cap, so it doesn't look like it's going in easy. But that's where you create good wealth, right? If you are buying into all the all the stocks which are large cap stocks, you don't get that kind of kick in the portfolio. So you have to and I prefer being in the solid companies in the small cap space which are actually leaders. I don't differentiate myself small cap, mid cap, large cap, because that's kind of a wrong way of looking at it. It's about the leaders in that pack, right? If you understand the leaders and what is the opportunity size, then you focus on those companies. Like I don't want to give specific names and it'd be not correct, but I shared in the past, so you can go and look at it. That's my message. Please look at the leaders in small cap space, mid cap space. Those have potential to grow. That is more important. And when there's a volatility, they will be getting hit as well. But that's the time you look at it. Why they're getting hit? Is it the overall trend in the industry? Is it company specific? And then keep accumulating them and wait for the right time to come in. So that's the way you focus on mid cap. Again, this is a, as you can see, it's extended and following the same. It is on the sideways. Nothing I will do. I will just only trail whatever positions I have. I don't like to fancy adding more of anywhere at this point. I just want to see how things pan out for next few weeks and then accordingly take the decision. If you are liking the content, you're enjoying it, to subscribe to my channel. I think that'll give you notification as well. Subscribe to that because then you get notified with all these videos and you can be ahead of the market. Um, let's look at any other sector which I am looking at. Auto. I think auto is something which is doing well, very well. Now sees, as you can see here, it is given a good bullish candle last week, which is looking positive as well. So if you have a positions, you can keep trailing on it. And I'm not going to add anything new at this point, and keep looking at stock specific moves. So that's pretty much in terms of the sectors. Now, let's look at the stocks which I think it's we I have it in my watch list. One of the stock which is which I want to share, and again no recommendations. I'm just giving it as a name from LS's point of view. This is a note which I given to myself. Coming out of a nice basis, SDFC AMC. So this stock has you can see it's a nice base formation which is happening, and I gave a note to myself. It's coming out of a nice base, good volume indicates some institution buying happening. Sector trend, plan to add this and scale up positions. And the circle which you see is where I started building the positions on. Now you need to understand what's going on, and you have to connect the dots. It's not about base formation, it's not about price volume. I don't think this is just a starting point of our analysis, right? You have to understand what's a tailwind, what is happening in the company, and that's where it requires a lot of reading, connecting the dots, and working. SDFC AMC is an asset management company, which is a mutual fund companies you buy in. Look at the bigger trend in India. Hardly a few percentage people who are investing in stock market, and any new investment they come through mutual fund rule because that's how they're marketing it. and we as a smart investors want to invest directly and beat them. That's our objective. But then, whether you like or not, there'll be a huge chunk of population will be only investing in mutual fund, and that's how that will be. um, so we have to just appreciate that as well, because not everybody's cup of tea as well. If you are watching this, and that means you have some intent of learning and growing, because the stock market is a platform. If you can directly invest, you can grow your capital faster. And myself being in 15 years in this domain, building solutions for mutual fund, ex Nasdaq, implemented stock market manipulation solution, I understand how this game is played, and how this whole fee structure happens, and I'm not buying into that at all. Personally, it has come hard way, but this is how I'm that's the very reason I'm sharing this all knowledge, so that you can understand how you can invest peacefully. You don't need to be investing through mutual fund, right? And but this is a mega trend, and there's a change in the company management. And Mr. Prashant Jain, who was the CEO of his company, um, he moved out and then started his own company, and this particular company is taken over by new leadership, and I think that's where. And plus there's a mega trend as well coming in through, so there's a nice base. I think I'm looking at this target, and after that I'll review that positions of mine. But that's what it is. Last week it went up 3.63%, which is great. Likewise, if you look at Birla Soft, was again had a good week last week. Emphasis, not okay. It's a side, that's okay, there's nothing to worry. DLF, I have been talking about this for some time. Been every week I'm talking about this stock, and look at that where it has gone. When I first recommended this particular stock, it was or not recommendation, I should not say that word, but when I first discussed and shared my opinion was 16th September 2022, and that was time it was just 397 rupees, Indian rupees, and now it's 568 rupees, and it's still coming out from the long base of 10 years of consolidation, which is a lot. I think that tells you what's the story here. So if you have not following me on Trading View, also you can follow me. I have my profile is front of you. It is the Peaceful Weekend Investing. You search on it, you'll get it. My name is Shivendra, so you should be able to find me there as well. And follow me here, because I have a lot of people following me. I've got around 375 people who are learning from me and share with my shares, and they're liking it. And you can also join in, and I keep sharing because it's much easier to share things on these platforms. And I'll leave the link below. You can get your free account as well, because it's absolutely free. Trading View is not about only stock charts, about learning everything there. Okay, so that's what it is. So now moving on to the big thing, which a big theme, which I am looking at it, right? And that is what something we have to understand, that if you get that, then you will be able to uh, get it, the whole theme, and that is the mega theme. Let me share that 1 minute. Yeah. So this is, by the way, this is how I keep my all the sectors tracking. Okay, if you have better way, you can type in below. But I put it India sector, and likewise I do US sector, and so that I have full. And I put this kind of emojis as well, just so that I got a good view of it. This is how I'm tracking it. Not the best way, but this is what I feel more comfortable at it. If you have better way, you can type in the chat box below. I'd love to hear from you. So here is a capital wealth. I say capital markets and wealth. That's why I said capital and wealth, because it's a capital market, and that's where I am more attracted towards, because I built the solution in wealth management for big banks, investment managements, and universal banks. So I've been in that domain. CDSL, BSC, no names are investing names. I'm just sharing with you the whole basket of it, which I'm tracking, because India is something which will have more and more participant in stock market through mutual fund routes, through indirectly, directly, but they'll all have to come in. Reason being, now, as and when we are going digitalization of the formal economy, that means there's less of a black money, less of people going into the property market through black market, or buying into gold because you need PAN numbers. Everything is tracked now, and that will keep growing and growing. There's no other way other than you come in formal economy, participate in the companies, and grow your capital. That's the only way forward, and that is replicated in all other developed countries, whether where I'm based in Australia or US, wherever you go. So this will keep growing, and you just have to appreciate that and just be part of the companies which are growing their capital and having the leadership position. Zero, there is one of them, but they're not listed. But you got BSC, which is like literally we made good earning out of that, and I think it's a mega trend by itself. And CDSL, if you know that I've been talking in Telegram channel from 200 levels, 230 levels. Now it's sitting at 1389. It touched 1500, 1700 some levels. But and BSc Anand Rathi, I haven't got a chance to get in. But look at this. That's called leverage to me. You don't need to take leverage. Don't have to do options. Don't have to do equity. It's just simple equity can give you 100% returns if you know, and if you are positioning yourself rightly with the right capital, right position sizing, 100% in matter of just 100 days, man, you that's a leverage for us, right? And same way in BSc, what has happened? Just a matter of if you look at it, matter of 77 days, 87% up. That's leverage, isn't it? If you have putting it right, you know how to average up your positions and put an amount. MCX, commodity exchange, nowhere, and Share India, they build the platforms for retail traders to test their back test there and do all kind of strategies. 361, IFL Wealth, which is another one. Zaggle is new real estate company into cards, but I'm kind of looking at it. These kind of stocks which are there, you can keep tracking them, understand from the con calls, understand from their results what's going on, and connect the dots. That's the whole idea of it. That's a message which I want to give you from this particular sector analysis. It's a mega trend which will happen for long time. That's my belief on it, and I'm just sharing what I think. You write down in comment box below what was your key takeaways, and which sector you think you are bullish at it. I'm sure you must be in some different sector you're working, maybe chemical, maybe pharma, or metal industry. Which industry you are working in, and what you think is a sectoral trend in your area. All right. So I will let you enjoy your week. Have a peaceful weekend investing. May the markets be on your side. And I will see you in next video. Do subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell, and also share with your friends and family so they all can join in and become a peaceful weekend investors like us, and we can enjoy. Thank you. Bye bye.